Hello, I'm Wade Henderson. Join me now for conversations with our neighbors who create visual art. This is Delta Hands. In this edition, we'll meet an artist who carves in cypress to capture community and culture, and a painter whose work develops from many influences focused through strong personal integrity. Then we'll visit a sculptor whose work brings delight to parks and plazas across America and around the world. We begin with A.B. Crochet, who celebrates Louisiana by combining sculpture and painting to create images that will last for generations.
My patrons and people who look at my art know unmistakably that it's cypress. Cypress is called the wood eternal, and cypress is the heart and soul of Louisiana. Not the live oak, the cypress. Even though I like the live oaks, I love to work with cypress wood because it's a native wood. It tools easily if you're selective. You have to be selective. By that I mean you have to use the base part of the tree where the grain is tight and it chisels well, and you can carve in many directions even though you're going against the grain because it's soft and compact. Sort of, I can tell when I have a good piece of cypress because it feels spongy as you drive the chisel by hand. It has a give effect and it doesn't splinter, and the grain is well behaved. Whereas you can take a piece of cypress tree and you'll encounter the various softnesses and hardness of the wood as you go up that tree. You run into knots, etc., etc. There are very few knots in the base part of the tree. The shape of the wood dictates what I want to do, what would be unique for the shape of this wood. Other than that, I will square the wood and do the typical things that I do. Only in the last few years have I began to put what I call a wooden mat on my sculptures. It's a wooden area around between the frame and the carving itself. I think it shows the work off that much better. Otherwise, I will carve all the way to the edge of the frame, and of course, on pieces that are irregular, I won't carve all the way to the edge because I want the design to be within that piece of wood. It's a joy to be able to produce original art every time out. This is one of a kind. It is unique in that aspect alone. This art is common, down-to-earth things that we know about here in our state. They're not complicated. They're not putting on a false front. They're just an honest expression of who we are and what we do. My work reflects my culture, which is Cajun, but beyond that. My statement is, hey, this is Louisiana. This is the way it was. This is the way it is now. This might be the way it looks in the future. I don't know. But the statement I like to make is this is definitely Louisiana. Because people will say, oh, I know where he's from, without even reading Baton Rouge on the display. Unmistakably, my art is Louisiana. There's no mistake about it. And I like the statement that it makes in people's homes. They have something that I created in an unusual medium, relief painting. They have something unique in that they have an original. I like to step back in time. I find beauty in the swamp, or in the old store, or in the old tree. Things that we see disappearing every day, and I'd like to make a permanent record of these things for my children and for all of us in Louisiana to see the way we were. From a historical standpoint, I like to go back in time. That doesn't mean I ignore the present, because you can still find these things in Louisiana. My wife Barbara is my inspiration in my work. I have to admit it. I try to satisfy her, believe it or not, before anybody else. If she doesn't like it, she'll tell me so. Make no mistake about it, I like my work. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but I don't think anybody on this earth has more fun producing this Cajun-inspired, plantation-inspired, culture-inspired art that I do than anybody. That keeps me going. So I'm self-motivated. Like I'll be thinking and drawing things in the air, and my wife will be in conversation in the restaurant, like we will be tonight, and she said, "What are you doing?" So I'm drawing. So I'm always drawing and figuring out things, what I want to do next, how am I going to approach it, and I take it from there.
Next on Delta Hands, a unique perspective and original expression. Then, timeless movement.